We're done resting for now, right?
You just finished a short rest.
Gorath stands up from having sat down, and he looks at the rest of the group. I'd say we get a move on.
Would like to get out of this place as fast as possible as well.
Before we go too far, though, I believe you found a dagger when I was about to walk out of the room. I could use an extra one.
Well, why would I hand over a dagger to you when I could sell this? Probably some historical artifact.
Well, I'll make a good deal. If you give it to me, and I appraise it, I'll give you its full value, and having it now, if we run into anything else dangerous, it might just help you stay alive. Think of it as an investment.
You know what? You have yourself a deal. Gorath hands over the dagger to you for you to inspect it.
It is a very well-made drow-style dagger.
So what do you reckon it's worth?
I'll actually think probably worth more than I have in my pocket right now, so I'll take you to an actual weapons appraiser and get the real value, and then I'll get you the money.
And that seems fair. But you keep your word, alright?
My word is my bond, or that's what more noble people would say. But you have my word.
Oh. Well, if you don't pay up, well, I'm gonna have to beat you. He hands over the dagger to you.
Julius will take it. Thank you.
Alright, drow dagger is removed from Gorath's inventory.
Now, about that passage I was looking down earlier, I get a feeling that last gemstone must be there. Didn't run into any traps either, so might be worth checking.
As they start walking out, Hydra's going to look over to Rio real quick.
Well, at least they can find compromise. That's a good thing, right?
I do not see why it is relevant to us, but it is good that no one is tearing each other's arms off.
Kinda where my headspace is at, but let's go ahead and head up there before they get too far.
Maybe next time one of them will be attacked by a giant spider monster.
I always thought those stories were mere legends. Good to know they're not. That's gonna do well for my dreams tonight.
There is webbing in my hair.
No comment. No comment. No comment.
You see another chest in the dark room.
Are there any symbols above it like the last chest?
Nope. Completely empty this time. No symbols on the walls, no devices, just the chest.
Alright, he's gonna try to open it, and if that doesn't work, he'll lockpick it.
Okay. You try and open it, and it doesn't open. And you see at the front there is a padlock keeping it shut. 13. You go in and you place the pins inside and begin to rotate, and so you hear a noise. The latch comes loose.
Alright, I think I got it open. Let's just see if there's not another dead hand in this box.
Do you open it?
He'll open it.
As you begin to open it, nothing happens. And as you open it, you do see a red gem on the inside.
Is there anything else?
Nope. This time just the red gem in the middle of the box.
Like a false panel or trap?
Make an investigation check.
Guidance. Don't forget to add your D4.
Yeah, I don't think that'll help with this. This
Probably not,
pretty
but
bad roll.
it's free.
Yeah. But it,
Either way.
even if he rolled a 4, it still just looks like a chest with a jewel in the middle.
I guess he'll pick up the gem then.
Okay. As you reach inside the box, you begin to hear a noise. You hear a snarling noise, and you're not sure where it's coming from. And as you go in and almost touch the gem, you watch as the chest begins to grow teeth. And before you can even move back, it begins to scream in a monstrous voice and closes down on your arm. As you boys have just woke the mimic.
I had a fucking feeling one of these chests would be one. Alright. What happens now? Do we roll initiative?
Hang on, because he put his arm in there. He gets a... Does a 13 hit? Julius?
A 13 will not.
In that case, as it begins to scream, as you watch as the tongue begins to kind of cover and kind of form out of the inside of this box, it covers the gem quickly and goes down to chomp on your arm, but you manage to push back against the wall, pushing you about 5 feet away and just missing the teeth. And at this point, you guys need to roll initiative.
Is
Sorry,
that
Julius.
treasure chest trying to eat him?
I think so!
It looks like it.
That's 1, 2. Somebody hasn't done initiative yet. Who are we missing?
Oh, Weird didn't touch his token.
There you go. I got him now. First up to go. Rio.
Yeah. He'd open his mouth, he'd speak a word of power. Just gonna go ahead and use a Kraken's Roar.
All right. Is that a save or is that a attack roll?
Save.
A save. What save is it?
DC 14.
No, I mean what?
Oh, charisma.
Charisma.
Yeah, he linked it in the thing.
That is a free. That is a fail.
It is now frightened. It takes 4 psychic damage. And it's frightened for me until the start of my turn.
You watch as the creature, as you do this and speak the words, you watch as the creature begins to kind of charge towards the group. But then, noticing you, it more leans to this side as it is trying to avoid you. And is that your turn? Would you like to move?
I'm good.
Okay. Julius, your turn. This creature just tried to rip off your arm. It's very rude.
Indeed, quite rude. Alright, he's gonna go ahead and use a short sword to try to stab the living box.
That is a 10, which misses, unfortunately. As you go in for the...
Actually, it is the advantage. So, with the assassin, basically, if I attack before a creature goes on their turn in the first round of combat, it's automatic advantage and automatic critical hit.
Disgusting!
You also get sneak attack, don't forget.
Yep, because you got
That's
advantage.
true.
Oh right, I forgot to toggle that.
And sneak attack crits.
This is gonna be good. This is gonna
Fucking
be
rogues.
good, baby.
Who the hell brought roads into the game? That's a, what, a 4 plus 16? Is that right?
I think you're at 2d6, man, because you're level 3 rogue,
Yeah.
right?
No, I'm trying to click it, but for some reason it's not letting me.
Ooh.
There we go.
9. So what is that in
I-
total?
I think you need to roll it twice because you crit.
Or you can just double.
Wait.
That's what the
double.
second 1d6 was.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so that's 9, 11, 22, 23 points of damage. Oh my god.
Nice.
Well,
And then, as a bonus action, I'll go ahead and use my other short sword and stab it again.
okay, with this first attack, you go in as the creature comes in to try and bite at your legs, and as it does, the tongue whips out, and you just slice off the tongue in one go, throwing it back in its mouth as it begins to chew on its own tongue. Your next attack hits with 7 points of damage, and before anyone else can react, the creature is split in two as the lid part is completely severed, what would be the head, leaving the guts and entrails on the inside where you see the small gem still lies.
I must say, Julius, good job.
Fastest
See,
encounter ever.
this is why you should have waited on me when you ran into that giant. Well, I guess you couldn't have waited on me. That thing attacked you, didn't it?
Giant spiders attacking people.
So anyway, let's get the gem and be on with this.
Ah, yes, I almost forgot about it.
And yes, if you kind of move aside the tongue that you cut off and kind of reach down a little bit further on its insides, you find the small red gem, and you have it.
I suppose that was the last piece of this puzzle.
When your
Let
DM
us suppose.
when your DM makes an encounter what you expect to be at least 2 rounds, ends in the first attack.
Hey, it's still fun though. It's a good narrative.
It was a lucky crit.
It's the assassin.
Alright, let's get going.
So you carefully make your way through these tunnels, eventually getting to the door that seems to have a spider kind of carved into it, with the eyes being red rubies and the one last is missing.
So what's even that thing anyway? I've never seen anything like that thing before.
It was a treasure chest.
Hydra just gives Garath a flat look.
An angry one at that.
I spend a little bit of time in the library. I think they're called aberrations. Aberrations. One of the two.
I think it's pronounced abortion.
So, you put in the last gem.
Julius has it, right?
Yep, Julius has it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Okay, you place in the red gem. It fits perfectly. Now what do you do?
Gorneth's gonna approach the door and feel it.
It's a door.
Is it locked still?
You try and open it.
Yeah.
Okay, you grab the two. You quickly move back, and you kind of slide the two doors open, and it opens as before it was locked. And now you can see that placing the gems, it wasn't a fancy opening, but it did unlock it. If you go to the top right corner where the cog is, click on that, and you should see a slide bar that says Master Master Music Volume Level. You see that?
I found it. Thank you very much.
There you go. Okay. The door is open.
Gorath enters.
Okay. Does this mean you are leaving behind this area?
Yeah.
Okay. You make your way. Yep.
Rio wants to grab one of these sackers or wave the other Chris.
Okay. Put it in your inventory. You all begin to. Yep. Go ahead.
You know, as we're leaving, I'm just double checking. Like, has this died down yet? The fire yet?
It's still burning, but mostly the bodies and the leftovers from other corpses. Not exactly the webs, and yes, it has died down. So more of this size now.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure on that, and after making sure there's not going to be, even worse fire, Hydra will follow the group.
Okay. You make your way into the tunnel, and it's very dark. Those of you that don't have dark vision, you are unable to see in this light now. Keep that in mind. And,
I have light cast on me.
okay. Then you can see. You can see that the tunnel goes from, again, that kind of... I swear to God, this goddamn song. I can't get rid of it. You see that the tunnel keeps going, and it looks like the stonework is still of drow nature, as you can probably tell that this was once a drow outpost, but has long been forgotten. Is there anything you guys would like to talk about or do in this tunnel?
Examine the tunnel.
Sure, make an investigation check.
So if they're ahead of us, why haven't we run into them yet? Otherwise, wouldn't they have had to set the rooms?
I mean, we waited for about 15 minutes.
You
And
did.
then we rested for about an hour.
Right, but we would still caught them at the door.
That's a 17. You see nothing that in the tunnel really comes around as odd for you, Rio, but down, very far down, you can swear you see a glimmer of light, of kind of candlelight in the distance, maybe around 120 feet. And with a 17, I'd even say you see a flickering of a shadow.
Does Rio tell it to the party?
Look there. He points out the light in the distance.
The one, yep, you can just see it.
I shoot it.
You shoot it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You fire off into what seems to be another chamber, and you don't see any figures, but you fire towards the light. And you hear, coming from down the room where this light is, you hear someone shout, Jesus! Oh, well, wouldn't be Jesus, now thinking about it. Who would that?
I'm partially by the gods.
Yeah, it'd be someone literally shout, Gods!
Lyra pulls back her crossbow and says, well, they're not hostile. Let's proceed.
You're lucky they're not hostile after that.
So be it.
Hydra,
Why did you shoot someone?
I didn't know if it was someone. Same way he didn't know it was a chest.
I think we're approaching the meeting spot or something. You should hold your fire until we know they're hostile.
but good shot. Damn
Who
good
would-
shot.
Who would be in the front of this party? Who would be right at the front?
Gorath did enter the door first, so I would assume
Okay.
him, unless anyone opposes.
In that case, hang on, Gora. Gora, can you please make me a dexterity saving throw?
How does a 12 do it for you?
12 does not succeed, unfortunately, as coming from where the bolt was shot from the light, you just see before it hits you. In fact, let's see if it actually does hit you. A 24. You see a dagger coming out of the darkness as it pierces through your armor and into the lower of your chest. And you see at the end of the tunnel where the light is, Luca, the man that recruited you, and he's looking very pissed off and a little bit of a sweat on his brow as someone just shot an arrow, shot at him, and he is now throwing a dagger back. And unfortunately, you were at the front of the party. Please take 14 points of slashing damage.
Do I roll for damage to that shot him, I assume?
No, it missed.
The natural 20 missed.
It was a crit.
Was it a natural? Oh, I thought it was. Oh, I was looking at the 17. Okay, yeah, then it does hit. Then please roll the damage.
Okay.
Hurt him good, baby. Hurt him good. He just hurt our tank.
This is a 2D. This is a 1d8 plus.
Oh, you just click the name. It'll do it for you automatically.
No, it's bugged. It's also a cantrip. It's a ranged cantrip. It doesn't work properly.
Oh,
It works.
I got
All
you.
right, so that plus 9, and then if the arrow is still in his chest, because the arrow still stays in his chest, he'd have to rip it out.
Okay,
So
so
if not, he would take more damage.
he's gonna take 9 points of damage.
Does he take the arrow out of his chest or head or whatever?
Yes, he would do.
Okay.
Good shot, Luca. Sorry. Lyra's a bit jumpy for some reason.
He just kind of holding the arrow just says, You don't just go around shooting people. Get in here.
I was gonna tell her that. Oh.
As you enter this place. Go to... Oh, hang on. Roll 20. Why must you be a son of a bitch? Okay. There you go.
Oh god, the world's moving! Oh god!
As you see what looks to be a opening chamber, and you see these people. You see Luca looking a little more pissed off, holding the arrow. You see Lady Cass on the other side, trying not to laugh heavily. And you also see, for the first time, 4 faces you've never seen before. And some of them look hurt, and some of them look pissed off. As you see these people.
Well, good day. Gorath takes the dagger from his chest and pulls it out, and he's gonna attempt to shrug off the wounds with a second wind.
Okay. You guys do anything? Or say anything?
Rio's examining the newcomers.
Well, Luca, I think this belongs to you. Gorath hands over the dagger.
He kind of rips it out of your hand and it kind of looks you up and down for like a crossbow, but sees that you have none, and then just, thank you, and throws the arrow to the side and places the dagger back in his belt. And for you, Rio, the people that you see are a huge Goliath, a little bit taller than Gorath. You see that he is heavily scarred and heavily tattooed, barely wearing anything. Next to him is a little halfling girl with a scarred down one eye and looks to be permanently blind in that eye. And she seems to be holding, and all around her, a bunch of vials of different liquids. She also seems to have a bunch of pouches all over her with different mechanical devices. The person next to her is a shrouded man. You can't really see much on him, except you see a kind of things like kunais and a sword that is a little bit rarer than the kind of the actual make of the sword, and you can tell that he is not from here, from this continent. And the person or entity next to him kind of catches you off guard, as he is a very colourful, well off individual, but he is I can't say the name. Acrocra.
I got you.
Arakokra?
Arakokra?
Yeah, the pigeon people.
Secretary Bird?
Yeah, and he's holding a book. Nothing, and no other weapons that you can see on him. He looks very... He looks very kind of like out of sorts, like he has been inconvenienced and is in a mood. He also looks like he has some blood on his feathers, but it doesn't look like it's his own blood.
Full of feathers.
So, what do?
It looks like we are not the only ones who made it here.
And as you say that, you see behind them is another tunnel. You can't see much further into the tunnel, but there is another one, as well as being another door to the right, further along, where I'm peeing now.
I didn't see the ping on this.
Nope. Let me show everyone.
Oh, okay, there it is.
There you go. There you go. Right
So I wasn't sure if it was a misclick or if I just missed it. Oop.
now. Luca kind of goes and stands near the middle now, quickly joined by Lady Cass. And they just wait in silence. What do you do?
Yes, in this case, Julius is going to go ahead and approach. So, was this the trial you were speaking of, or is there another part to this?
That was your beginning trial, and Lady Cash will kind of butt in there. Oh yes, it's not over yet, but you've done well.
Lyra looks at the man with the daggers and asks, "Did it hurt?"
He looks over at you with a pissed off look. Yes, it did.
She says something else.
In that case, speaking of next part of the trial, what is the next part?
The next part is for you to wait here until he arrives. And Lady Cass will butt in again. Don't worry, my dears. He should be along very soon. But please, talk, mingle. You might not get this opportunity again.
Hydro's...
Yep.
Hydro's gonna eye the other group real quick. Would he be able to infer if they're the competition?
Make me an insight check.
$22.
22. Who are you trying to determine? Are you trying to look to see if they're eyeing you up to like fight you, or?
Well, it's more so just that in a situation where we have the recruiters here, and another party of people here. In Hydro's mind, that leads him to believe that this is going to be a competition of some sort to see which group is going to be the superior group for what they're wanting. And so he's kind of like eyeing the situation like, are these people on par with their level, or are they just kind of here as underlings for these two, or are they here to like, they prepared? Are they like prepared to do stuff?
They look like they have just gone through a similar trial to what you have. So you can guess that they are not here to be, underlings of these two, and you kind of get the sense that they are in the same position as you. But one thing that you do notice is that there are only 4 of them, and not any of them are really wounded to kind of show off the amount of blood that is covering some of them.
Right, which is why he's gonna real quickly look around in the corners and some of the shadows to see if he's spotting anyone like washing or hiding or.
Nope, no one there.
Lyra's gonna approach the halfling woman.
Say that again.
Lyra is going to approach the halfling woman.
Okay. You begin to approach the kind of youngish, even for a halfling. She looks maybe, her appearance, she's barely out of her teen years. But you approach, and as you approach, she kind of gets a little bit defensive as you approach her, and before you can even say anything, she just says, "What? You want some Gale time?"
What happened to your eye?
What happened to your face?
I was born this way. I was born blind.
Obviously not. And she'll kind of push her hair to cover her eye a little bit more, trying to hide her eye.
Not every picture is perfect. Not every sculpture is perfect. The imperfections of humanity is what makes us who we are.
Easy enough
Who
for
are
you
you?
to say. I don't see any imperfections on you.
Depends who's asking. So who are you? Where have the winds of fate brought you?
My name is Aaliyah, and I'm guessing I'm here for the same reason you are. The tryouts.
You can say that.
So how did your group fare?
We succeeded. Everything else does not matter.
Were there 6 of you? Or is this the whole party?
Is there more of you? Somebody lagging behind? She looks around.
They weren't strong enough.
The winds of fate can break the strongest back sometimes. Good luck to you. Hopefully we do not have to call you. Let you try to walk out.
Kind of walks back and leans against one of the pillars, thinking about what you just said.
Do they look like a group, or are they just like people?
They look like you. You guys weren't a group, less than 2 hours ago. They look like a bunch of people that are, I mean, they're not talking with each other. They're not really, chatting about old times. And certainly they all look to be from different parts of society. One of them looks very rich. One of them looks like he already could work for the Clasp. One of them looks like he's maybe fresh out of the mountains. And one looks to be, well, a mystery.
Hydra's gonna lean into Rio, and if Lyra's there, he'll lean into her as well. Oh, you moved. Never mind. Something's off about them. I guess there's more competition than we thought for this job, but they lost someone already.
Yes, I think you are correct.
So
Excuse me.
Just be careful of the bird, and he'll let Rio go.
Rio makes his way to the. Is that a Goliath?
That is a Goliath.
Making his way to the Goliath.
You approach, and he looks down at you with a heavily scarred face.
How does he look? Like, does he look like he's particularly, is he mugging? Does he look, is there intelligence in his eyes? Is he kind of just existing and vibing right now?
Make an insight check.
May I size him up somehow? Can I see how strong?
Make an insight check.
I'm bad at those.
14. Oh,
Natural.
Jesus.
A modified 0.
Look at the pretty lights on the wall.
Those are some pretty lights.
But Rio, you see that this Goliath is kind of radiating strength. You can see that he is a powerful person, but with a 14, when looking into his eyes, you see fear.
Oh, is it directed at anyone specific?
You get the sense that it's more of the situation, but he is heavily trying to hide the fact that he is feeling fear, and he is kind of pushing out his chest, kind of tensing his muscles to make it look like he is the biggest threat in the room.
Meanwhile, Gorath is sitting on the stairs, just relaxing. He's attempting to get what little rest he can.
As Mariana approaches, he's adjusting his body language. He's an affable guy already, but now he's projecting easy welcome and just cheerful curiosity.
As soon as Hydro sees that, he just immediately starts face palming and goes like, "Oh god, this is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well."
Hail and well met. I guess he looks up.
He looks down at you. Hello. What do you want?
He extends a hand. I am simply getting to know our contemporaries. You look like a fantastic specimen of physical strength and might.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can clearly see that. And he will actually take your hand. And you can see that the hand that he takes your arm with is kind of relaxes as he kind of begins to stop tensing so much.
Rio nods and smiles. My apologies. I have never seen someone with such strength as you project. Was it very difficult down here for you to move through these tiny holes?
Well, it was a little bit, yeah. But I can go down on a little bit on the knees there. Yeah, I banged my head a few times, but yeah, it worked. It worked.
It does not seem like you are any stranger to pain. He glances pointedly at the tattoos and the scars.
Oh, the tattoos, they were just, from the tribe. Quite normal. The scars, they're from my parents, And every time I broke a rule, I broke a few rules.
Oh, he leans in conspiratorially and glances around with a sly smile. I think most of us has broken a few rules.
Before you can say anything else, you watch as this feathered man, or should I say the bird folk race, kind of pops around the corner and just says, "Well, don't speak to him. They could be the enemy."
Marion blinks, looks, and just looks like the most innocuously innocent person ever.
I don't... Oh, this set. Okay. He looks at you and kind of cocks his head a little moment. Well, still, don't tell him anything. Don't do it. And he'll kind of quickly get behind the Goliath.
He looks back up at the Goliath, and his grin shifts just slightly. Another conspiratorial smile, just between the two of them. He seems a little high strung, no?
Yeah. He I think he's looking out for me. He's tried to look out me for down the tunnels when the big. I don't really like spiders, and there was a big spider, and there was a naked lady on top of the spider. But I like the top part, but the bottom part was. That was a bit too much.
Ah, yes, he nods knowingly. It was quite distressing for me too, and I did not even have a giant like you to protect me.
Well.
All right.
Hydra will go over and just pat Grath on the shoulder. It's like, "It's all right, buddy. It's all right."
Well, he's pretty big. The guy over there, the green fellow. He looks like he's smaller than me. Definitely smaller than me. He's not as strong as me, but he looks okay.
No, I bet you could lift an entire cart by yourself.
Oh yeah. Without doubt. I could pick up and he will actually walk over and just dig his nails into the stone and try and kind of pull up this huge stone slab. And without a doubt, he kind of just lifts it up. And Lady Cass is almost knocked to the side as her foot was on it slightly. And she looks a little bit annoyed at him. And he sees this and quickly drops it. And you watch as in the middle of the stone slab, it kind of cracks. I mean, there you go. I mean, sorry about that, pretty lady, Cass. But yeah, I am definitely the strongest in this room, no doubt.
Well, this is gonna stand up at that.
Hydra's gonna put his hand on Grant's bicep, like, hold on, hold back, big guy.
I just want to see how heavy that slab is.
Alright. And as he goes to do so, Hydro just will mutter a quick word and just pat him on the shoulder and give him guidance.
Oh.
Gorath is gonna attempt to lift a same size slab.
Okay, there's one that Lyra is standing on, and it's the same size.
Gorath makes a grunt and then he squats down to make it to make it lift.
Lyra flies up.
What do I roll?
Strength check. DC
You
is
get a D4
17.
to it.
Let's see how strong you are.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, even with the guidance, you attempt to pick up this giant slab of stone, with Lyra quickly jumping off to the side, as well as Luca moving away as you try to. And you dig your fingers in, and you were able to lift it about 3 inches, and you hear a cracking noise in your back, and you quickly drop the stone as it is too much.
I must admit you're pretty strong.
Well, yeah. I like I said, I'm the strongest here. Obviously, I mean, look at me. I don't want to like oversell myself, but yeah, I'm the strongest. Yeah.
How do you fare in a fight?
Well, pretty good. As long as you're not a spider. I don't really like spiders, but I mean, you can ask these guys. I punch pretty hard.
And Gorath rolls his shoulders and he moves back to the stairs to sit down for a bit.
At this point, you kind of hear this young halfling lady kind of tut and roll her eyes at this whole conversation.
Lyra approaches Luca.
Okay.
Or attempts to.
He turns to you.
Why are we really here?
He kind of gets closer to you and speaks quietly as the others are trying to figure out who is the strongest in the room. And he just says, "You're here because you are missing something in life. You're here to wait for him to arrive. And you're here to prove yourselves."
Who's this person that we're waiting for?
Should I ruin the surprise?
You will tell me.
Oh, will I?
You will.
Make a... Would you say you're trying to intimidate or persuade?
Intimidation.
Okay, make an intimidation roll.
I've obviously guided myself before I walked over here. I will try to intimidate him.
Ooh, what is with these natural 20s? You leer into him and your eyes, which are almost with a moonlight glow, you go a little bit more serious and you say this. And for the first time, Luca, who is kind of a jokester, does take a step back and say, "All right, darling, calm down. We're waiting for Harok." You could say that he's in charge around here.
For those of us with a criminal background, does that name ring a bell?
You can roll a history check if you have a criminal background, or if you have put anything into your background that is criminal related, I'll allow you to roll. Gorath, you've heard of this name. You know this to be a very Rio. You know this person to be a kind of higher up in the Clasp. Not a lot is known about him, as most of the higher ups in the Clasp like it that way. You know that he is very devious, very cutthroat. He has climbed the ladder in the Clasp, but it is a very hard thing to do. He has taken a seat of power, and he has, more importantly, been able to keep it, which is a much harder thing.
As Lucas says this, I walk away, but before I walk away, lean in and say, I shot you. She walks away. Or attempts to, at least.
Elves.
I'm not an elf.
You could have fooled me with the ears.
I was born this way.
Does anybody else wish to do anything?
Hydra will actually approach Lady Cass.
When you approach, you see her kind of just examining her nails and looking down at her shoes that may have been scuffed with the Goliath picking up the giant stone.
He'll look over back towards Rio and the Goliath. Kind of typical, huh?
Yes, all muscle, no brains. It's quite typical.
It's Rio's type, so that's why I was kind of like, this is gonna get interesting.
Oh, really? Shame. Good looker like that. I may have wanted him at one point.
I think you'd have broken him. Not in a fun way.
Oh dear. I break everyone.
Oh, where's the fun in that?
The breaking. That's the fun.
That's what makes you happy.
Speaking of, your little half-orc friend, how did he do in your little fight?
You weren't watching? And he just kind of smirks at her.
No, that's more Luca's. And she kind of looks back at him. Thing.
I don't know, you're pretty observant yourself. I'm Hydro, by the way. I meant to properly introduce myself.
Yes.
And he'll hold a hand out.
She'll take your hand, and as she does, she'll say, "Poor little spider."
Couldn't hurt me for trying, though. And he'll actually kiss the back of her hand.
Manners. Nice change.
But yeah, he did pretty well. He carved part of the thorax off very nicely. But how'd you guys capture a Dritter?
I think you'll understand when he arrives.
Fair enough, fair enough. So are we going to be racing against these folks, I'm assuming?
No. In fact, make me a persuasion check with that, as you are kind of knocking on something.
Alright. Not my best roll, but we'll see. 19.
No. You won't be racing against them or in competition. We find ourselves needing more hands around. With everything that's... She stops herself. Anyway. Anything else you would like to know, little dear?
he playfully almost wild shapes, but he stops himself. But he'll just kind of smile and shake his head. I just wanted to introduce myself properly this time, make sure after all, my father did raise me right and teach me manners. Just I wanted to make sure I wasn't being rude.
Apology accepted.
If you ever need anything, and he'll give a playful wink as he walks over towards to Rio.
Okay. She will kind of watch you leave, and when you look back to kind of just see what she's doing, when I say watch you leave, she is completely staring at your ass as you go.
Oh, poor thing, barking up the wrong tree.
This guy doesn't have any visible weapons, right?
Nope.
Okay. Well, it was nice meeting. I should have returned to my group.
Oh yeah. Anytime you wanna talk, I like you. You seem nice. Let me know. Fuck spiders. They kind of just nod at you.
He nods. Well, spiders. He half turns and pauses. I did not catch your name.
Oh, my name's Simon.
Simon. He nods. Rio. Good luck, Simon.
Sure.
He's gonna turn into Hydro? Damn.
Hydro is just literally just giving him the judgiest look. Like, really? Down here? Really?
Lynx innocently walks around you.
It is at. I go, my Discord just died for a second there.
Read the chat.
And roll 20. And roll 20 chat.
Yeah. Because we're emoting behind the scenes, so you don't have to focus on one thing.
Ah, okay.
We're trying to make your job a little harder / easier.
Which one? Luca or Oh, Luca. Yeah. He kind of just stares at you as you say this, Julius, and he says, "Well, you seem to have fared better than the other group, at least." And he'll kind of loudly say that as the other group kind of all begin to stare at him with daggers.
Oh, I was merely talking about the competition between you and Lady Cass when you chose who to pick. Wasn't really talking about the other group.
Well, the other group, mostly hers. And she will kind of side-eye him when he says this. Again, I go for the quality rather than the quantity. The bird fellow, he's mine.
Oh, really? He seems like the weakest of the group.
I didn't expect you to judge people by their looks, Julius.
No, I judge him by his cowardice. Those type of people don't make it far.
But it is the cowards that look for the strength the most.
You got a point. The strong rely on honor because they know they're strong. The weak will stab them in the back because they know they can't compete.
Now you're catching on. But tell me, I was watching your little play session. How did you find it? Difficult?
Amusing.
Although I must be honest, Julius, I was surprised that you seem to go head first into danger.
What do they say? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and I'm pretty confident nothing will kill me. No, I'm certain of it.
Well then, I guess you're the one I should be watching from this group.
Maybe. Or maybe it's the people you don't notice that does the very thing I spoke of earlier.
At this point, in fact, Julius, because you're the closest, could you make me a perception check? Oof.
Whoops, my bad about the double click, but yeah, terrible.
It's okay. In that case, you have no time to react as the kind of doors at the back of the room begin to open, and you see this man walk in. Now, his features are very strange, and it doesn't take you long to realize, especially the ones of you who are part elf, that this person is an elf. But it would seem he is, especially with the ear shape and the eyes and the lips, you can tell that this person is a drow, except he seems to be white in all features. And you get the sense that he is some sort of albino drow elf. And things start to click a little bit more. The drow ruins, how they got the those spider monstrosities. And as he enters the room, you watch as Luca kind of just gives a bow, and then Lady Cass gives a curtsy. Do any of you do anything?
Rio's going to give a bow. He's gonna mimic Lucas.
Gorath's gonna take off his hat and do a bow.
Hydra will mimic what Lady Cass does.
What about you, Lyra? Lyra? Hello? You are muted. People can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
Yep, yep.
Lyra, you there? Hello? Okay, they must have stepped away. In that case, you watch as the Goliath kind of looking over at Gorath. He reaches up at his head and kind of mimes taking off a hat and then does the bow. The little halfling woman gives a curtsy, but it is very sloppery done. Oh, Lyra, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I just got some food. What's up?
You see this albino drow elf walk into the room, and everyone begins to curtsy and bow to him. Do you do anything?
Shield bow.
Okay. The Acrococra, damn it. He will kind of go into the middle and make sure that he stands out before everyone else and go into a very long bow, almost all the way down to the floor. And this person who seems to be shrouded will kind of just in the corner give a slight nod and nothing more. He kind of gestures for everyone to rise, and there is no need for such pleasantries. But you see Luca and Cass, Lady Cass, kind of roll their eyes at that as he says it. He begins to speak, but very gently, barely enough for you to hear. Bring up my note. He begins to walk forward to the very edge of this little platform. And the gentle voice breaks out. Hello, my friends. It is nice to see that so many have made it. He will then gently look down at Luca. The other group? Luca will shake his head. I see. Very well. Tell me, was your trial here very hard? And he will kind of look around the room, and before anyone can say anything, the birdman, the bird folk, will just kind of quickly squawk up and say, "Oh no, no, my lord! It was very easy for our team. We did lose one, but I rest assure you that he was the weakest."
Gorath gives that guy a look.
Kind of just, he sees you looking at him, and he kind of just turns his beak up at you.
Rio, he doesn't really move, but he does something to his body stance to draw attention. Like he adjusts his posture and everything, just to flex the Aarakocra.
Lyra as well is as far as back as possible against the pillar. She just has her head just peeking out on the other side of this pillar, looking at this man here. Just looking at everybody, observing.
Okay. As you are at the very back, he kind of looks at you, Lyra, and he says, "Ah, yes. It is all right to be shy, child. After the fate..." Yes. Please speak.
Shy and cautious are not equivocal.
It is all right. I promise you, you are safe in here. No need to worry now.
There's
Insight
no safety
check.
unless Steve.
Okay.
She says.
What did she say?
Go ahead. There, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
Lyra says there's no safety among thieves. Truly, you don't believe such. And she just continues to look around this pillar.
Very smart girl you are. A 16. And an 11. From what you can tell, he is telling the truth. From what you can tell. He will look over to the huge Goliath. And tell me, my friend, did you conquer your fears today? The Goliath, for the first time, you, Rio, you saw the fear in his eyes. And the Goliath now looking at this person, he's no longer hiding that fear. And he looks genuinely scared of whoever this person is. He doesn't look like he recognizes him, but like someone who is from the wilds and has seen many predators before. He is like a deer in headlights, and he is kind of just trying not to stand out right now. He does not speak. And what about you? The one who seemed to take the charge. Julius, that's your name, right?
Indeed it is.
How did you find the little trial?
So I'll tell the same thing I told Julius. It was amusing, and I look forward to what more I can do.
Good. Very good. Well, if the pleasantries are over, I suppose you'll want to know what is next for you. It is quite simple. Your trial is not yet over. Now comes the harder part. He will not say anything. He will not do anything. You see Luca walk over to you, Julius, who is the closest person to him, and he will take out what looks to be a pearl, and he will hand it to you. Please write down in your inventory you have a mysterious pearl given to you by Luca. Lady Cass will walk over to the Goliath, and she will give him what looks to be a... In fact, anyone who wishes can make a perception check to see if they see this.
Since I'm right here anyway.
Mm-hmm. Lyra and Julius. You both see her hand over what looks to be a kind of very small, kind of looks like a gem, but there's something different about it. It seems to be encased in what looks to be gold, and there are symbols all over it. And Goliath takes it and kind of quickly puts it down his kind of belt area and shoves it in somewhere. Now, for the next part, you'll be both given a task to do. A harder task, I assure you. A deadlier task. But please be aware that if you complete this, you will be welcomed in my home. Failure, well, it will have to result in your reassignment. He will partially smile with that. He will then take out 2 envelopes and hand them down to Luca and Lady Cass. They take them and deliver them onto you, Julius, onto the Goliath. Please be aware that it is a trying time for the Clasp. Time that could be rectified by your actions. Glory awaits, treasure awaits, and station for all those that embrace the Clasp. Think on that as you go on your assignment. He will slowly begin to turn and begin to leave the room, but then stops and then looks back at all of you. He will look down over at you, Rio, and say, "Tell me, the Drider, did it suffer?"
Not in any particular way.
He will look up towards the ceiling partially. Shame. And he will exit the room. Do you do anything as he exits? And you watch Luca and Lady Cass take a sigh of relief.
We're just gonna watch those two, try to judge where they are.
Judge them how? How they're feeling?
Yeah.
Okay, insight check.
I'll give him assistance if that's okay.
Yeah. Well, how would you give him assistance in this situation?
We're discussing it.
Yeah, pretty much discussing it.
Okay, fair enough. You roll again?
Yeah, I'm giving you advantage.
Me.
Maybe
Okay.
I should have rolled.
Okay.
Maybe you should have.
It's fine.
Unfortunately, the only thing you see is that they both take a breath of relief as he leaves, and that is all. Lady
With
Cass.
that said,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
Oh, I was gonna take a look at that letter.
Yeah. In fact, as you kind of begin to open the letter, Luca will kind of just stop you, and he will gesture to the left side of the room as Lady Cass does the same, but over to the Goliath, as you all begin to, or at least their team begins to make their way out of a side tunnel entrance. And in a moment, they are all gone. Do you make your way out?
I suppose.
Okay. You make your way to the tunnel. Luca will look over at Lyra and kind of gesture to join the group.
She does. Very slow. She's about 15 feet behind the group, but she joins.
Okay. You guys make your way up the tunnel, and you can tell that you're heading upwards. And it isn't long until you emerge into what seems to be a sewer system, and close by you see what looks to be a ladder heading up, and eventually you come out at the side of the tavern where you first started. You eventually make your way inside. As you do make your way inside, kind of Luca pushes by you and heads straight for the bar. What do you guys do?
I suppose we follow along.
I mean, you're in the bar. You can do what you want.
Let her say.
Say again.
The letter.
Oh, Julius has it.
Yes, I was gonna go ahead and take a look at it once I got the chance.
So do you just open it as soon as you get inside, or do you want to go sit down or anything?
You could do both at the same time.
Okay, move your tokens to wherever you wish to sit. As you begin to open the letter, Hydro, I can hear noise.
Just because I was shuffling my microphone.
As you open the letter, it has a bunch of instructions, as well as what look to be little cards with kind of golden filigree on them. And you look closely, and these cards seem to be invitations to some sort of event. On the letter itself is a bunch of instructions, basically telling you to take the pearl that was given, go to this event that is the hold 1 second. It tells you that you must make your way to Western. There, you will find a grand event happening in the kind of higher up regions of the city, where basically all the rich people live. There you should be, with the invitations, gain access to this said event, and this is for a Master Golesh in Western. Now, do any of you have anything to do in your backstories with Western?
No.
Okay. In that case, no one can make a roll, but it just says the grand event of Lord Golesh. There, you are meant to find a pyramid of pearls and replace the top pearl with the pearl that you were given. And then enjoy the rest of the party and let it all play out. And that is the information inside the letter.
One more time?
Okay. It basically tells you must head to Western, which is a kind of faraway city. There you must find an event of Lord Golesh. You do not recognize the name, as none of you are from or have anything to do with Western. There, with the invitations that are in the letter, you must gain access, find a pyramid of pearls, and replace the pearl that you have with the top pearl of the pyramid. And then afterwards, enjoy the party and let it all unfold.
Weston? Lord Goresh?
I'm guessing you tell this to the rest of the party.
Yes.
Okay. Just like Lyra's on the other side of the room at all times, always.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will say, this does disappoint me a little. I was expecting something a little more challenging.
Don't let good gift horse in the mouth. Yes.
I suppose so.
Very well. What, do we know what the city is in regards to Stilben?
I will put you on the map. When it loads. Luca is not speaking in anything. If you wish to speak with him, you can, but right now he is in the middle of drinking. He's not talking with anyone. Load map, load. Tell me when the map loads for you guys.
Loaded for me.
It's loaded for me, yeah.
Yeah, that's Western. In fact, let me...
It's loaded.
Yeah, there it goes. You can now click on Western, and then at the top where the macros are, click on the map info. As it kind of just explains different parts of the city and things that you can find there. But your characters, I don't believe... I mean, you would have heard of Western. It's a major city in the continent. And maybe some of you have been there to maybe passing by. but you're not, familiar with the city as a whole.
Get it again?
What?
You can get it? Or is it loading?
It's here. You see it?
Ah, okay. Oh wow.
So many things at once.
Yeah, I found it. West Run. Okay.
Oh, there's two used.
Yeah. Okay, so not too far. There's a road there. So what is that, like a couple of days travel?
It's about 4 days travel. If you were to get horses, it'd probably be faster, as there is a straight road to Western from where you are now.
Was
But
there
yeah.
a date on the invitation?
Yes, you know it to be around. Let me just look at the note. 9 days from now.
9 days from now. Alright.
So you have some time to plan at least and try things.
There's not a lot of time to work with.
You'd be surprised what you can accomplish in a day.
We must travel there, get the place, acquire information, infiltrate the area, replace our target, and then ideally we should have some manner of escape planned. No, not much time at all.
This is the part where I sit back and let you guys now figure it out.
It sounds like some kind of fancy party. Should we get disguises or something?
We actually have invitations though, right?
You do.
Well, I don't know anyone there. If it's a fancy party, should I come in looking like this? I gesture to my armor and my great axe.
No, probably not. We have invitations, so we just need to get there, find out where our target is, and ensure we can get out. We must do it in, 8 days or so?
In that case, I suppose we should probably get a hold of some horses. We should probably get there as soon as possible.
Yes, I agree.
Maybe we should see if there's a stable nearby.
Are we short resting? DM.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yes, you can take a short rest while you're discussing this.
For how long have we been away?
What do you mean?
We entered around midnight.
Oh,
should we
you
be
mean-
sleeping at some point?
Yeah, so time now, it would be around 2 o'clock in the morning. It's up to you guys.
Let us sort of convene in the morning with clear heads.
Would it
Okay.
make traveling tomorrow easier?
So if you would like to take a long rest, please click on your tokens. In fact, I'll move you through the bar again. Please click on your tokens, and at the top macro, hit the long rest, not the short one, the long one. And everything should refill that needs to refill. So, in fact, staying here at the inn, at the tavern, if that's what you want to do, is on the house, as Luca will pay for it. But when you wake up and you all kind of, in fact, before you head back downstairs, is there anything that anyone wants to do on their own?
I want to talk to the demon again.
Okay. So, in the morning, you head down, going over to the bartender, who is again still the little girl, looking kind of always a little annoyed with the situation, and you head over. What do you do? What do you say?
I placed down a written piece of paper, folded and signed Cleric of Saloon, in fancy letters and ink. And I pass the letter to her, and I turn and walk away.
What's the...
You don't even let her finish the whatever she was about to say as you turn. Okay.
Did she attempt to read the letter or open this letter at all?
She does open it. She does open it. And she reads it.
I will kill you.
She looks over at you, and she just crumples the letter and drops it to the ground and smiles. Okay. Anyone else wishes to do anything? I will.
Gambling. Is there any gambling going on? Because that's something Gorath likes.
Gambling, yes, but it's usually at night time. Right now, people are just having breakfast, getting some drinks. From what you can see, it's usually at night time when people begin to gamble. So
it's like 2 p.m. now.
No, you had a long rest. So
Oh yeah, that's true. All right,
Yeah.
sorry.
This is in the morning now.
I suppose he would want to reconvene with the rest of the group.
Okay. Eventually, you all come down to meet each other and discuss what is your next step, as this new makeshift group has a task to do, and they must figure out what and how to do it. So, there you are in the tavern again in the morning. What do you wish to plan?
Alright. First off, how do we get there? By horse, you said, Julius?
That was the idea.
Alright. You got any money for horses?
Oh, I was merely looking for a place to, well, steal them.
I like how you think.
Roll me a history check, Julius. $15. You know that there are the city stables. Well, I should say city, more like the small town stables at the very front of the city, where people and travelers can unload their carts and their horses and pay for them to be protected and looked after while they are doing business here in town. It is also a place where they sell horses.
Just horse.
Would there be any, services that you could pay for to have you ride along in a cart?
I mean, like being ferried there.
Yeah.
There are, but they're usually on the kind of more expensive side, and usually you'd pay for like protection as well. So if you wanted to go down that path, you could. But again, it'd be on the more expensive side.
Actually, Rio's gonna go and check with some merchants, see if if there's a caravan coming through or going by that could use some extra guards.
Okay, so you make your way into the town and make me an investigation check. Nine. Let me just. Okay. Unfortunately, the people in this town are not the most friendly, and whenever you try and kind of talk to someone and try and find out something, they're not really in the mood to talk, and most of them kind of just scoff you off. And honestly, most of them are a little bit offended that you're even just an outsider and you're in this town. Would you return back to the tavern or try something else?
I'll go back to the tavern.
Okay. About 35 minutes after he leaves, he comes back a little more groggy than before and comes sits over with you. But as he was doing that, the rest of you, what did you guys talk about?
So we're definitely aiming to steal the horses, or
Either that or walking, I think.
I mean, stealing some horses in the dead of night shouldn't be too difficult. Just means we would have to, well, maybe waste a day. Or we could just steal them right in front of their faces. I mean, really, it doesn't matter.
which is 5 horses is a lot and makes a bit of a mess, and I'd rather not burn bridges here.
Oh, come on.
Well,
They won't your face if you wear a mask.
Well, I was getting to that. Because if one of you were... This is easier if we were outside, but... I could turn into a creature for a while and hide out in the stables until nightfall, and I can let you guys in.
You make it sound like this is a heist. It's not so complex.
I mean, if me hiding inside the stables until nightfall is a heist, I hate to think of what you would actually consider an actual heist.
The hard part is
What I'm
probably
saying.
not getting the horses, it's getting away without being chased.
And that's why I let you in, with no one the wiser.
Give chase. We'll lose them.
Let me reiterate this. If I'm inside, that means I can unlock the door without making a bunch of noise, right? Without the bunch of noise, that means no one's aware that we're taking horses. Therefore, they won't be chasing us, right? And he's kind of like trying to explain it slowly to Gorath.
I get you.
Hey, Gorath is very intelligent. He's just not very wise.
No, I'm not challenging. It's this social situation. Like, hey, trying to explain it very carefully. But anyway, it's an option. That is if Rio's thing falls through. Because honestly,
I mean,
If you think about it, we could use a more permanent mode of transportation as well.
worst comes to worst, I could always just kill the stable master, and then who's gonna call the guards?
The family of the stable master?
Yeah, but how long until they find out he's dead?
Yeah, but think of it this way: if you make a mess for the people in this town that do what you do you think they're gonna look kindly on that?
I don't think they'll ever find out.
Question for Lyra. Are you listening to this conversation?
Where are they at currently speaking? And are you still in the bar, or did you leave the bar?
Yeah, no, they're in the bar. They're over here where I'm peeing.
I mean, I'll be listening. I guess I pick up bits and pieces. I'm just observing the bar in the center, so I can get a sense of everyone around me.
Okay. Carry on.
Well, Julie, just my question for you is this: is on the seas we tend to have a phrase where it's very important because you can get sick otherwise. It's called "you don't shit where you eat."
I suppose we're walking then. Best case scenario, someone
Walking.
rides by us, and we can take their horses. We got a couple of days to get there. We should be able to get there in time.
But the more time, the more it favors us, so I would highly recommend you consider what I'm suggesting. Not saying we have to kill him, but we do want
Let's
to
go
take
there
horses
and-
one way or another.
Well, let's go there and take a look at how the situation is over there. Let's improvise, maybe.
Very well.
And we should probably drag Lyra into this conversation too, because something tells me if you want to bring that on the table, she'll have issues with it. So, and maybe she might have an idea too.
Well, I suppose there's another option as well. I could probably convince them to give us some horses for free.
Hydra looks at Julius dubiously.
Gorath lifts an eyebrow.
What? Don't you know? I'm very persuasive.
Threatening family might not be a good idea either if this is what you're leading towards.
What do you mean? It's a good way to keep people silent.
Again, shit, eat. Don't want to mix those two there. I'm just saying, if you want to do it, that's on you. I'm not going to be taking part of that part. But if you feel that's your only avenue to get the horses, I'm not personally going to stop you. I'm just going to be the one that says, I told you so. When the people we're supposed to be working for is gonna get pissed because you brought attention to them.
Well, if that's the case, they can deal with me then, and I wouldn't recommend that on their behalf.
You see Hydra just start laughing, and he literally will get up laughing and walk towards the just start walking towards the door. As just laughing at that whole aspect. I actually you just hear him literally just going like, I'm an organization afraid of one person.
And as you do, you see a few different people, including Luca, kind of turn and look at you as you laugh out. Are you leaving the tavern or just going to
Yeah,
the other side?
he's just walking towards the door and just waiting for them, getting a good chuckle on his way out.
Okay.
How would one go about selling mail, plate mail, or scale mail, I think?
Going to an armory or a blacksmith, selling it there.
Alright. Gorath gets up and he walks to the door as well.
Okay. So I'm guessing you're going to try and sell your booty.
Yeah, the one bit of booty I got to keep.
Okay. In that case, make me an investigation check as you begin to search through the city trying to find someone who has at least some kind of money that can buy 16. Okay, it doesn't actually take you long, as around the corner you do see a pillar of smoke rising up from a blacksmith. It looks like a very well-off looking blacksmith, and a human female seems to be hard at work over an anvil as you enter, and she hasn't noticed you yet as she just keeps hammering away at this folded steel.
Gorath takes out the scale mail from his backpack and he clears his throat.
Oh, with you in a moment, love. And she keeps hammering for about 2 minutes and then puts it to one side. Yeah, all right, sweetheart. What can I get you?
Are you interested in buying? He gestures to he shows the scale mail.
And this is the drow one, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. As you kind of pull it out and show it to her, her eyes will go wide. Oh, this is quite lovely. Where did you get this?
At work.
Oh, a working man, are you?
Yeah. So anyways, I was thinking you could probably upsell it if I were to hand it over to you.
How much would you
reckon?
Oh, I was about to ask you the same thing. How much were you looking for?
Well, I'm not an appraiser, but I was thinking maybe 100 gold pieces.
100 gold.
I mean, look at it. It looks pretty damn interesting.
It does. It is old, though. I don't know if it would take much damage. She kind of looks it up and down.
Historical value.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm bad at those. Let's go. A 5.
I don't think I could do the straight 100. Would you take 60 for it?
Yeah, you got yourself a deal. It
All
takes
right,
a
then.
hand.
And she will take yours. And she's got some strength behind her. She's quite a small woman, but she has she has some biceps. And you can feel it. And she shakes and takes out 60 gold to give you. And she will take the armor and place it underneath a shelf.
Well, thank you for the business.
Anytime, darling, and make sure to come back and tell your friends too.
Gareth will take a little look around the shop, seeing if she has anything interesting on display. I'll also remove the mail from my inventory and add 60 gold.
Mm-hmm. Make me an investigation check if you're looking for something interesting. 13. Unfortunately, it's quite a lot of the same as you see blade after blade that has been forged recently, and armor after armor the same. You do see the kind of common stuff, swords, axes, shields, armors here, but nothing that is too fancy.
Have you got any javelins laying around?
Javelins, darling. Yeah, I got 2. They're a bit old. I made them a few years ago. Haven't been able to sell them, but I will give you a discount.
I'll take them.
Okay, 2 javelins for, let's say, 5 gold.
Seems a little bit much, but sure.
Oh, but these are my javelins, and she kind of winks at you.
You do got strong grip. I sure hope your javelins are stronger. He hands over the 5 gold, and I'll add 2 javelins.
Okay. As you leave the shop, she kind of just looks at you and says, "Make sure to come back now."
I probably will.
Meanwhile, is anyone else wanting to do anything? As at this point, Rio, you would have returned and seen most of your party kind of leaving the tavern.
They're just normal javelins, right?
Yep, just normal javelin.
So, any luck, Rio?
No. Apparently, I am very bad at what I do. Because everyone was very upset at me and no one liked me. I don't know what's happened. I must have woke up on the wrong side of the day.
Huh, normally you're
going
more
to nap.
persuasive.
Let me know what happens.
Alright, normally you're more persuasive than that, but... Alright. Okay, well... Julius wasn't a bad idea to steal the horses, but a lot of work.
And let me just say it again. It will take 4 days to get there on foot. It'll be a lot less if you're on horseback. And you know that it is starting in now, it would be 8 days' time.
Let's see.
Since they're thinking,
Go ahead.
I think Julius is gonna go for a walk.
Okay? You head off on your own. Is there anything you want to do while out?
I'm gonna go and see if I can talk to the stable master.
Okay. As you're kind of talking in circles with the group, you head off on your own to the stables. And it looks pretty busy, especially in the morning as people are arriving, people are going, and you see him behind the counter with what looks to be a dwarf assistant. And you just go up and talk to him.
Yep, that's gonna be the plan. Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm looking for passage to a town that's a few days' travel from here, and I need a horse. What's your price?
For one horse there, fellow, he kind of pulls out a book. Let's take a look. One horse. I do have a really fast one if you wanted to get there real quick. And this is a little bit on the expensive side, but kind of leans into, how about 45 gold?
That's not a bad deal, but I don't need the best horse you got. I just need something that's, well, not gonna require me to walk on foot. It's only a few days' journey, nothing too far.
Very well, let me have a look.
And while you're looking, do you sell any sort of carts or wagons or accessories if I was looking to bring along luggage?
Well, yes, we sell a number of different carts. How big were you wanting?
Oh, maybe enough to carry 500 pounds? 400 pounds at least?
Let me take a look. So you're wanting a horse, but not the best horse. You're wanting a cart, not the biggest cart, but a moderate size. Enough to fit about a family's worth in there.
Well, let's just say if I was bringing a little bit of luggage to my destination.
Roll me a persuasion check, real quick. Just see how charismatic you Okay. He kind of looks through the books and says, well, I do have a horse here. It's on the old side, but it's still strong, and it can go the distance. Been struggling to sell it from its age, and I do have a cart the size that you would need. I could let them both go for, let's say, 50 gold.
That's not a bad arrangement. If you'd let me think on it a bit, I'll be back later.
All right. Good day, sir.
Likewise.
What do you do from there?
And once he returns to the tavern, he's gonna basically tell the group about the alternate option.
Okay, at this time, Gorath, you would have returned and regrouped with the others, and eventually you all kind of make your way back into the tavern, and you can explain it. Go ahead.
Alright, so I've found an alternative option that might please all parties involved. Instead of, let's just say, negotiating rather roughly, or maybe removing them from the equation, I was able to arrange a deal to get us a horse and carriage or cart for about 50 gold. But I don't have the money on me, so that would require everyone to pitch in.
How much would I have to pitch in?
Let's see, there is how many of us? 6, so
5.
oh, right.
Is this God?
Yeah, 10 gold each.
I can do it, I suppose.
Actually, I just remembered. I lost one of my gold coins in that little puzzle back in the tavern, so if someone would be able to pitch an extra gold coin on my behalf, I would be grateful. Of course, or you can consider it payment so I don't kill this, stable master.
Lyra, when he says that, do you have any response as he talks about murdering someone for no reason?
No, she just seems to look out around the bar. He hasn't done it yet, so she just thanks his empty words.
Okay. Hydro, Rio, what do you think about the situation?
Rio's in his room.
Ah, so you've gone upstairs.
Yeah, I was gonna point out Hydra would have left to kind of look around the city itself, like look through some of the swamps to see what kind of fauna there was, out there, and if there might have been any kind of beasts of burden that were roaming about that might have been wild or poorly maintained that he could help liberate.
In Swamplands, I'm gonna say, unfortunately.
That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. All he was doing was just looking around. He wasn't expecting to find anything.
Yeah, you're not gonna find any random wild horses in Swamplands, unfortunately. I'm gonna say
I don't know.
you take some time.
It's the elusive swamp horse.
Lyra is gonna stand up and after waiting for a few hours here, he's gonna leave the bar.
I think someone's shouting you in the background.
Oh, that's my roommate.
Ah, okay.
So I'm just gonna get up and leave the bar.
Okay, you get up and leave. Where do you go?
I want to go to the slum part of the city.
The slums. Okay. You make your way into the slums, and when I say slums, most of the city is a slum, as it is quite literally a swamp town. So you don't have to go far until you find the poorest of the parts of the city. What do you wish to do?
Do I see anybody here that is doing illegal activities?
Make a investigation check.
I will guide my.
That is a 10 in total. You don't manage to find any hardcore crimes. The only crime that you can see is kind of like a white collar one, where it looks like people are playing one of those card games where they put a piece of fabric underneath one of the cards, move the cards around, and you've got to pick the right one, but it's obviously a scam and he's scamming people. And that's the only kind of crime you see happening.
I want to approach this person.
Okay. As you approach, lady, can I interest you in winning some money, some riches today? Just pick the right card and it'll all be yours.
I'm going to attempt to enthrall him.
Okay, let me just read this. For some reason it keeps on jumping up and down. I keep losing my place. Okay, he makes a saving throw. Say
Wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah. A 17. Does that save?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Then you watch as the man kind of looks to the side as you do this and kind of shakes it off. Sorry, where was I? Yeah, ma'am, would you like to try your luck?
She leaves.
Oh, ma'am, don't you want to? And you keep going.
I'm gonna continue to go around the city to look for any illegal activity.
Okay. Again, unfortunately, you spend a few times, and the only really crime was him, as you know that the Clasp is very present here, and they are very hard to find, as they have been around for a long time, and they know how to hide their misdoings. Do you eventually return to the tavern?
Okay, if I don't find anything after a few hours, I would indeed return to the tavern.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing? Are you going to steal the horses, buy them, or just walk?
Well, now that we're mostly all there.
Who's not there? Oh, Rio's in his room, and is everyone else in the bar?
Hydra would have wakened Rio up by this point because I figured some time it went on before that.
At this point, after you've all done what you wanted to do, it's around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and if you want to go buy them, you're going to have to do it soon, otherwise it's going to close, and you're going to have to wait another day to buy them.
Do we all gather up?
I assume so.
I mean, I don't have issues with buying them because actually, that means that we could use the cart for other reasons. So, and it also makes our trip a lot easier.
Well, that's true.
What do you think? He looks over to Lyra and Rio after listening to Julius's proposition.
It sounds.
Where's everybody
good
at?
enough.
Exactly.
Right here. Can you see them?
Is everybody back? No, I see them. Is everybody back where they're at? And everybody kind of went to different things.
Yeah, everyone.
So everybody's
returned
back
now.
with us.
Yeah, so I feel like all of us kind of got back together after we all were doing our own thing.
It is now in the afternoon now, and you know that you must hurry, otherwise you will be wasting another day if you want to buy the horses, as it will be shutting soon.
And Lyra shrugs and I can fly, so it's up to you.
You can. Right. But that's not the point of a car and horse, though, Lyra. It's about not exhausting ourselves before we get to that point.
So, it's several days before the party starts, correct?
8 days from now it starts.
And if we perhaps walk, it looks to be 4 days, correct?
Yes, correct.
I'm fine flying.
I must say, that's fine if you choose to do so, but one way or another, it seems like that stable master's life is becoming rather short rather quickly.
And again, I wouldn't recommend that either because, well, we've already discussed that ad nauseum. Alright, so we have a couple options. We can either pay for the car, which is
It's not an
preferable at this
option.
point.
We go.
I'm getting to that point. Or we wait until tonight, steal them, and then run. We have to leave by sometime either tonight or today at the latest. So,
Well, what are we waiting for?
so I'm personally voting we just will chip in, buy the cart, get the horses we need, and just move on without causing a scene. But if we need to, if we don't want to spend the money, I'm fine with us sneaking in there in the middle in the night and taking what we need without killing people unnecessarily.
Lyra shrugs. Do what you will.
Okay, at this point, I'm going to ask, just for the time's sake, if everyone clicks on their token, and at the top you should see a vote button. Can you press on that and literally type in? Oh, actually, hang on, it wouldn't be type. Put to GM, submit, and for walking, pick number 1. For stealing, pick number 2, and for just buying the horses, where everyone chips in 10 gold, pick number 3. Please do that now. And I am the only one who can see these results.
You said number 2 was...
Number 2 was stealing, and number 3 was to buy them. Basically, all chip in 10 gold. Okay, so the 10 gold each. Yeah, 10 gold each. So if you would all mark off 10 gold from your inventories.
Do not have 10 gold.
If you do not have 10 gold, then if someone would like to spend it, or you can in fact split it like 2-2-2.
How much are we missing?
10.
Total.
4 gold pieces.
At 4.
And from Julius?
I was only missing a single gold coin, so you
So
pitch in
I'll-
on it.
I'll pitch in
15.
15 to
Yep.
cover everything, yeah. I'll do it. Your debt is growing, all of you.
And
Well, we could have gotten it free.
but finally, after a long day of discussing what to do, you finally make your way to the actual stables, buy
The
the
best part
horses.
of D&D,
Yeah.
deciding.
Buy the horses and cart. And well, is there anything you want to do in the city before setting out?
I'm pretty much done. What about everyone else?
Julius
time
is
of day is
ready to
it?
get this mission started.
It's about 4:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Again, for time's sake, I did have some things planned for the journey, but I'll say we can move past that, and the 4 days pass without any real problems, as you guys eventually arrive at Western. Western is a much larger city compared to Stillbend, much larger. It is sprawling with thousands of individuals from multiple different races and backgrounds and creeds. This is a main city. And as you enter, you do have to check in at the front gates, and one of you has to kind of write down a name of who is checking in and for what reason. And I'm sure you would give a kind of bogus reason, maybe perhaps for selling or buying goods. But eventually you do make your way in, and the giant city with what looks to be in the distance the newly opened Eldridge Academy in the distance. And as you kind of are entering the main gate, you see people selling foods, people selling furs. You see a large humanoid man who is arguing about the deeds to his horses that seemingly have gone missing. You see that another cart is passing you by on the right side, filled with what look to be other adventurers. But there you are in the main city, and it looks way in the distance, kind of elevated above all else, is kind of like a richy district where you can guess all the nobles live in the far distance. What do you wish to do?
First off, do we write off 4 rations and did we get
Yes,
more long
please.
rests? Yeah.
Yes, and you would have taken obviously 4 long rests getting here. Well, actually no, because this would be a cart, so but it isn't. Carts can't go as fast as just horses. I'd say 3 days, 3 rations and 3 long rests.
I do want to point out to kind of take out the ration bit for a little bit, or not take out, but I would have gone hunting.
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to do that, you can say that you've done that. Especially with your background, I can see that.
I didn't want to cheat with Goodberry, so I just said I would have gone hunting.
Goddamn Goodberry. So, now that you're there, what do you decide to do? Where do you decide to go?
I suppose first things first, we need to find out information about who we're dealing with.
That would be preferable.
We should also probably
Yes.
get some disguises, maybe party clothes.
Party clothes for certain. I mean, we're invited. We just have to act like we belong.
Exactly. So Julius, what was the name of the the host?
Oh, it was Lord Ulesh. Was that right?
Gulesh, yes.
Lyra will step up. So, is this some kind of mansion or some place like this? What is this place?
Well, you're not there yet. You haven't found it. You need to.
No,
go-
I mean, does it say on the paper, the letter?
Oh, it just says the manor of Lord Gulesh, and that is where the this happening is taking place. This grand event.
Okay, cool.
Have we parked our cart and horse by now?
Yes, we can say that you've kind of stowed them away, and they'll be taken care of. But yeah, the city is there, and there are lots of people that could help you if you wanted to ask, as the streets are literally filled to the brim with people.
I want to speak to one of the servants.
Do you say servants? What servants?
Yes. She wants to go try to find and speak to some of the servants.
Do you mean like just people who are working?
No, I mean the people that work for the manor.
You don't know where the manor is?
Gorath, with his criminal background, he probably has some form of way of gathering information on people. Would I maybe have some connection with beggars or an information net within the city?
Maybe a history check.
$17.
You know of a few different beggars and kind of vagabonds that have moved to Westrun in the past, especially with your background. So you could probably find someone who you met in the past and maybe have worked with. Is that what you wish to do? But you also probably know that, you could literally, in fact, make me an intelligence roll. As a thunderstorm is starting where I live. Ooh.
I are smart. With a 5.
Okay. I mean, there's random people you could ask. Other than that, nothing really comes to mind.
I'll try to go to like a shady part of town and preferably along with the party and look for some shady folks that I can ask.
Just roll me a d20 on its own. You remember one of your old, not friends, but persons that you worked with in the past, and you remember them mentioning a pub that they like to visit in Westrun, and you make your way there, and lo and behold, you do see him kind of drunkenly slobbering over a barmaid as you enter. He hasn't seen you yet.
Yeah, I walk up to him and I gesture for the barmaid.
She just looks at you. Yes, sir?
I'd like to pay one go, put it on my tab, and bring me anything I ask for.
Yes, right away. And he kind of looks up at you as you say this, as she walks away and begins to get what you asked for. He recognizes you immediately. Gora, is that you?
Hey! We meet again.
Yeah, I think the last time we met, you knocked out one of my teeth.
Well, you deserved it.
Yeah, you're right there.
Well, I've been sent on this mission for now. Lord Gulesh, got any information on him? Know someone who does?
Oh, Gulesh. The fucking merchant guy. Are you gonna rob him?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you got any room for an old friend, maybe? You know, get in on the cut.
Well, he's gonna have a party.
Oh,
The rest of it is classified information for work.
classified. You don't say. By who? Who classified it?
Gorath leans in closely to his ear, and he whispers, "The Clasp."
Blimey. You've
I've been moving
moved
up in the world.
Yeah, I can see that. All right. Well, if I can help someone of the Clasp, and he'll do kind of like a jokey bow.
You treat me with the respect I deserve.
Of course, yeah. My lord. But what do you want to know? I mean, I can show you where he lives. He's the biggest twat in the fucking city. He's got the biggest manor house. He's usually got it guarded.
If you could show me, that would be a good start.
Sure.
Anyway, I think I should introduce you to my group for now.
Oh, you got a groom, eh? A crew. Are they under your command? Are you the big boss now?
I wish. They're a bit lively. Can't really control them. Wish I had a leash.
Oh, well, show me. And he will make his way over with you to the group.
Yeah.
His eyes will go wide as he sees Lyra standing there. He will kind of shimmy over towards her. My dear. And he will try and take your hand, Lyra, if you let him. Lyra, you there? Hello?
Hear me? Can you hear me?
No.
I was
Yep,
trying to
there
do
you
myself. Okay.
What do you do?
At this point here, I'm just on the way first.
Say again?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, say again?
I said, looking around here, I just don't want any parts of this. I'm just kind of still trying to just keep my bear around, to be honest.
Okay. So as you kind of refuse to give the hand, he kind of looks a little heartbroken and moves on to the next person in the group, which would be...
Hey, don't worry about it. She's a bit of a wild card.
Yeah, I can tell. He'll actually go over to Rio and look at you. Blimey, you're a handsome one, aren't you?
Ria offers a wry grin. You are not too bad yourself.
Oh, well, you can call me Toad. All my friends call me Toad.
He looks between Toad and Garrosh. You two have been friends for long?
Well, friends is
Good
a...
say.
I'd say more we're co-workers in the art of getting shit done.
I see. But you can get us the information we require.
Yes. In fact, if you'd all like to, of course, follow me. And he'll go into a big bow against towards you, Gorath. Oh, Master Clasp.
Well, let us go to the mansion, see what address he's got.
Okay. You make your way through the city upwards towards the more luxurious parts, and eventually arriving near kind of like a checkpoint of where guards are stationed, the city guards, to kind of be at a hairline response time for the more rich folk if they need anything. But across the road you see a great mansion, and I will actually move you. And you see the kind of exterior of this mansion.
Do I see people
in the windows and coming in and out.
Anyone who wishes can make a perception check.
What I'm specifically looking for is like a clothes print. No. What are the people wearing who live there?
Okay. Yeah, so they'll make a perception check. And anyone else who wishes to look for some things, you can also make perception checks. 11. I mean, you see that they are wearing, you know, the kind of normal fancy attire for rich people, you know. But then again, you see servants that are wearing kind of like casual wear, and then you see guards that are wearing more, you know, military wear. But it's nothing stands out as too abnormal. You can see, you know, the nobles are wearing fine silks and fine cloths. Lyra, what are you looking for?
I'm looking to see any servants in this building.
Any servants? You see servants on the inside, both male and female. You see a servant who is kind of tending to the gardens and kind of cutting roses that are growing too large, pruning other flowers, and Hydra.
What are
you
they
looking
dressed in?
for? Oh, they're dressed. Well, the people outside are dressed in kind of the normal garden attire: big leathery gloves, apron over top, simple kind of work clothes with big boots. The people on the inside, however, are dressed in black and white all over. And for the females, they're kind of frilly going around. For the males, it's more like suits, like fine suits that have kind of like tailcoats going down to their back of their knees.
Fair enough.
Hydro, what were you looking for?
He's just mostly trying to watch, not so much watch. He's trying to see if there's any good escape routes that would be there, like windows that look ajar or fireplaces that are active at the moment but might not be later, or don't seem to be working right now. If there's, yeah, he's just looking for escape routes in case something goes wrong while they're inside.
Okay, well, you see a multitude of different chimneys on this place. As where I ping next, you see kind of rising smoke. You see them obviously here. You see them here. You also see them here. And you see one over here. And when it comes to entrances, for the windows, all the windows are shut right now. But entrances, there seem to be a bunch. There is a entrance here, an entrance here, an entrance here, an entrance, the main entrance at the front. And there also, yep, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah, that's all he would look for, just kind of his periphery glance. See what he can kind of figure out if shit goes wrong and how to get them out.
Okay. So, after kind of looking around the place, what does the party decide they want to do next?
So you said this guy was a merchant.
Yeah, clothing or something.
Clothes. Huh.
I need to find servants' clothes.
Who do you say
Probably
this
have
to?
them tailored.
I say it out loud.
Okay.
No, we could probably have someone go in as the lead and have some of us as bodyguards. Or we could all just be guests.
You do all have invitations for each of you to go as guests.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm seeing this here and seeing that I think Lyra would decide that to try to be a servant in this place, and with the rest of the group.
On the invitations, are there any names listed, such as Todd Howard invited for party?
Nope, it just says you are cordially invited to Lord Balesh as, I believe it's, let me take my notes, Lord Balesh's annual gala of celebrations.
That's good, I don't need to make up an identity. So, Joe,
Yeah.
celebrations, eh? Do you know what they could be celebrating? Would it be like the sales?
Yeah, that's actually it. In fact, he runs quite a tight ship. Although, from what I've been told, he's a very generous man. He likes to flash out money here and there, likes to give it to the homeless and all that. Although I've heard some things about him.
Would you too?
Well, someone this rich for dealing in clothing doesn't quite make much sense.
Alright, now is that right?
So, what do you do from there?
The rest of the party is there, so if you want to ask the informant questions, please do, because I'm at a loss currently.
Is there any way how to get inside?
We've got
Without being
invitations.
Without being seen.
He kind of looks at you and just shrugs, like you can tell that he doesn't, he's not been in here trying to fence the place or anything. He's just showing you where they live.
She remains silent.
Say that again?
She remains silent.
Okay.
After a moment, Julius decides to speak up. You're saying you haven't taken a look at the place too well. In that case, I guess that gives us today's job, doesn't it? We should take a closer look, see what opportunities there are, if we need a quick way in or out.
What do you have in mind?
Well, we got a few days. I was thinking, come nightfall, we go in, take a look, see what's unlocked, and if there isn't, we make it.
Alright. It'll be fun.
So does that mean that you will be, well, is that the party's decision? Or does anyone else have an idea? Or should I just say that you guys return at night?
If we're gonna return at night, I think Gorath is gonna find a place to stash his scale mail so he doesn't have disadvantage on stealth checks.
Okay.
So we'll probably
Out
look
of
for a
character.
place to sleep.
Sorry. I was just gonna say, out of character, if you really needed to, we could just send a few of our stealthier individuals.
Gorath is pretty stealthy without his armor.
It'll be
Surprisingly.
interesting to see then.
You make now the third goddamn fighter that is incredibly stealthy for no goddamn reason.
Hey, you never know they have the ambush. Not to mention, I figure before we get close, I can help with that. But I mean, so let's go ahead and talk it over, I guess. So we're gonna approach it tonight and look into it. So, is there anyone who does not wish to go in there and investigate?
This involves us sneaking in before we make our presence known.
Well, I mean, we're not gonna make our attack now. We're gonna wait for the party, but this is just the kind of case the plays. So does anyone not want to attend?
Sounds like you're going in force.
See, that's what I was trying to I was trying to make the point of everyone needs to answer instead of just sit there.
But
If you-
nonetheless, Julius is certain.
No, absolutely. And Gorath's gonna go. I guess we are going full force then.
Lyra said she's going earlier.
No, I got you. I was mostly like, weird. Oh, we haven't heard from you in a little bit.
Where can I get a mask and party clothing DM?
Well, if you ask this to Toad, he tells you that to get real kind of looking clothes, you can buy them, but they are very expensive for real noble-like clothes. Or he could get you in touch with someone and get you some less than real, but very well-made looking clothes that probably could trick the untrained eye.
Or we could wait for Noble and jump him, but I don't know how much trouble that will get us in if we fail.
That would mean 5 nobles as well.
That's true. Counting.
But Noble doesn't just have a whole suitcase full of clothes.
Alright. You can get us in touch with someone who sells good-looking clothes that might not be of the same quality as the noble ones. Sounds like a good idea, a good start. Now, I would also like to get a mask in case I'm seen. I don't want them to know my face.
Yeah, I can get you a mask. Mask is easy.
Nice.
Any preference?
Something that just covers my entire face.
Okay. Although, people might stare at you in the party if you're wearing a mask.
Oh, that's not for the party.
Ah, he kind of touches his nose. I see you. So, I will ask the party again. Are you coming back at midnight? As if you want to get a hold of some clothes that could pass for noble clothes, I would say everyone remove a single gold piece. For the people that don't have a gold piece, any volunteers?
I think Gorath is the only one with money currently.
Okay.
Julius already has a second out.
Will it
I got
pass
some,
for
just-
noble clothing?
I got some. Just the horse and cart hurt. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we haven't earned any money except for the scale mail alley sold, so I think I'm the only one with money.
Rio, go work a corner for a little while. Downtime, baby, downtime.
Toad? Have you got any quick jobs that needs doing?
Quick jobs? Not really.
Ah, that's a shame. Seems like I'll be paying out of pocket then.
That doesn't sound like you.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are broke. I'm only doing this because, well, I got the promise of a lot of money if I get accepted.
Oh, well, when you get said money, I hope you swing back and maybe slide some my way for your good pal, your good friend, your good buddy who's doing all this for you. You know? He kind of winks at you.
You're a fucking asshole, you know that. And he hands over like 2 gold pieces. Buy yourself a lot of drinks.
Hey. And it's not long after that, as you will return at night to do whatever you wish to do. And you know that Toad is gone off to get those the masks. And let me see that I got this right. Mask and clothes. And Lyra, did you want some?
Oh, I wanted the mask for the break-in.
Yeah. And Lyra, you wanted some servant's clothing, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, if you would all like to place your tokens on the map, I'll say around here, where I'm peeing. In fact, as you are hiding in the bushes and at night, just keep aware that now at night, you do see there are a number of guards on the outside making their patrols.
So did I get a mask?
You wanted it for tonight?
Yeah, for the break-in, yeah.
In that case, he would have kind of gone and just bought you a random mask from a shop. And yes, you have a mask.
Perfect. I'll add that to my inventory. How much do I write off? Because I assume he doesn't do it for free.
He does it as part of the gold that you gave him.
All right.
You can add one average mask. And you can pick some artwork for that if you want, or just leave it be. Okay, so there you are in the bushes waiting at night time. It's around 12:30 at night. You see bits of light from the inside, as well as bits of light where the guards are. What do you do?
So, where are we breaking in?
I guess. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, we need an entrance. Where do we go?
I'm going through the Serpent's Passage.
Okay. You know that the servants would use the
Did Lyra get clothes?
No, you don't have the clothing yet.
If I might say, we probably don't want to actually enter the premises. We don't want to actually make them suspicious for when the party starts. We don't want them to, be more observant than they have to be.
And you do
I'd say
know
we
that
just more so
if-
for entrance points.
And just a warning here, if you guys were to get caught in this little escapade, you know that it would put them on high alert, and it could ruin your chances or make things more difficult later on in the party. So keep that in mind when doing whatever you want to do.
In any case, do I need to roll a stealth check if I want to try to get to the back side of the building?
Yes, please, roll me a stealth check.
Same.
Okay, anyone who is stealthing, roll it.
Oh, well, nah, it won't be useful because we're going to be splitting up. Never mind, I'll hold on to it.
Okay. So, Julius. Lyra, Julius, and Hydro, you guys get low down to the ground and kind of feel the earth around you, making almost no noise, and are kind of hugging the shadows. Gorath, you're making a little bit of noise as the twigs below you are making, snapping noises every time you move, as you are just too big and too heavy for the ground. But Rio, and I believe that is a natural 1. As everyone else is kind of making their way out of the bushes and beginning to kind of surround this complex, kind of look for a way in. Rio, as you're trying to keep up with them and they're moving fast, even though they're keeping quite low down to the ground, making no noise, you can't help but to get your feet tangled and trip over by knocking some of the branches of this tree you're under. And you all look behind as Rio falls and makes a loud kind of cracking noise as one of the actual branches breaks off and falls. And you watch as the 3 guards in this area look straight towards this area, not seeing any of you, but begin to move in your direction. What do you do?
Hydro. You can transform, right?
Yep, I already have an idea, and then he's going to wild shape into a dog.
Okay. You are a dog.
And then he'll kind of nose to the ground, sniff around, and walk out in dog shape.
Make a deception check with advantage.
Oh god. Can't guide myself either because I'm in wild shape. Wow, double 11.
Wow.
You watch as one of the men says, kind of looks at you and just says, "Oh, it's just a bloody dog." And then the guy behind him, "Still, we need to check it. You know the rules." And this man just keeps walking forward.
He'll reach around and grab a stick from the ground, and he'll actually go over to one of the guards and put it down and ask to go fetch. He's gonna go to this one, kind of pant a little bit.
Okay, that one, that's the one that said we're going to go check, and he will actually not kick you, but just kind of move you aside with a foot, and he will keep going, while this one kind of picks up the stick and just waves it in your face. "Here, boy, here."
Alright, Julius, you got any ideas? One is approaching.
Alright, then...
I suggest we give this place a wide berth and come around from a larger angle, so that means we need to move.
Alright, seems like a good plan.
Yeah, Hydra will then take the stick and then try to get the other guard to go over this way and pull him away from the others.
He will kind
Lear
of
will try
follow
to
you.
stealthily fly up.
You want to fly up?
Correct.
Make a stealth
Stealth
check as you are flying
Okay.
out of the trees. That's an 18. Okay. You make your way silently as you're flying out of the trees, not disturbing any of the branches, and you begin to kind of make your way into the night, being covered by darkness, as these guards start entering the bush. And I'm guessing you guys have made your way out of there.
Yeah.
I'm flying on top of the building.
Good. You're what? Say again?
I'm flying on top of the building.
Okay, so you make your way over top, and at this point, this guy is over at you, Hydro, kind of just, "Here, boy, here, come on," and he's trying to pet you.
He lets him and plays it up and looks over, but keeps checking over where the others are, not to be pointedly or obvious, but just
You don't
keeps
see
looking
them.
where the other guards are.
Yeah, you can no
I think I was
longer
going to
see
play.
your party, and you see that the guards have entered the bush now. There is no fighting breaking out, so you know that at least they haven't seen them. But as you begin to play, Lyra, what are you doing as you're kind of on the roof area now?
I'm taking note of rotations and so on and so forth to try and get a rotation of the people, the guards, before I try to make my way in.
Okay. Well, make me a perception check. Okay. With that, You get this sense that the guards don't follow a set rotation. They just seem to be stationary. Two at the front, one at the side entrance, one at the other side entrance, and one at the far back. And you get the sense that they are stationary there. On the inside, you do not know. Meanwhile, with the rest of you, you can begin to rotate. Which way would you like to rotate? Left or right?
Right. Does everyone agree?
Julius intend, to go right.
Okay. You can start making your full movement right as you begin to do a wide berth around the premises of this manor house. Hydra, do you do anything? As he is just like scratching your belly right now.
He is just working on keeping the guy distracted. He'll eventually this guy sit on his haunches and look up at the guy, and then kind of look over towards the door in the inside and lick his chops, trying to insinuate he's hungry.
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage because you are a dog.
Okay. 17.
17. Okay, let me just roll something real quick. That's an 18. So
Nice.
this guard, not nice. This guard actually begins to kind of go in and says, "Oh, you want something to eat, boy? You want something to eat?" And this other guard says, "Don't even think about it. No animals go inside." And he will actually come up to you and just say, "Go on, shoo, shoo." And the other guard will just say, "Oh, come on, leave him be. He's fine. Hey, I'm not losing this job. Shoot." What do you do?
He'll pee on the guy's foot.
Okay, as you pee on the foot, now the soldier will actually give you a bit of a boot in the side of the back of your ass. Kind of go, "Get out of here."
And to play it up a little bit, after he does that, he's gonna release a loud whimper like he's hurt, and flop to the
Okay.
ground, and then look up at the other guard, like begging for help.
Make one more deception check.
That's fine. Just regular deception, not advantage.
I'm gonna say no because of the other
No.
guard now.
No, that's perfectly fine. I just want to make sure because I had it toggled, so. Only 12.
He just kind of, you see a tear welling up in his eye as he goes back to his post, knowing that he can't lose this job. And the other kind of just, get, and he'll just kind of boot you along.
Alright, that's fine. Let's see, and I'll just have the dog, English. He'll just run up over until, he can break coverage through, some of the foliage. Until he breaks line of sight.
Now, Lyra, what are you doing? Sorry, Lyra.
Okay, well, I'm on top of this building here. I'm just kind of, do any servants come out? I'm just kind of roosting on top of this building here.
No service come out.
I just wait patiently.
Okay, Julius, what are you doing?
He's basically just looking around the entire place, see what entrances there are, since all he heard was just, secondhand knowledge.
Well, you know of the main entrances, and not to mention that there are windows all over this place, but most of them, or pretty much all of them, look to be locked shut. But that's pretty much it.
Alright. In that case, just in case, he is going to go ahead and try to unlock one of these windows.
Okay. May I ask how you intend to unlock one of these windows? As there is a latch on
What
the
I
inside.
shows. In that case,
You have mage
actually, we
mage
should
hand.
probably work towards. No, I'm not a wizard.
If you wanted to use your knife to try and break the lock at the side of the window, you can try, but it would be at disadvantage.
Yeah. He's not gonna go ahead and do that. He's gonna go back to the group and see if anyone else has any tricks up their sleeve.
Okay. You begin to make your way back. Rio, what are you doing?
Are you muted?
Rio.
Chilling with Garage.
Chilling.
Just chilling with goulash.
Gorath, what are you doing then?
All right. I have line of sight of that guard, right?
Yep.
He's not paying attention to us anymore.
Nope, he's kind of just looking around, like in the general area.
Are there like any windows over here?
Yep, there are a few windows across this this type of area.
I too think I want to get on the roof, but it seems like no matter what I do, I will alert that guard. So for now, I think I'm gonna stay put.
Also, Julius, as you look through the window, I forgot to say, you see the insides. And if you, which window did you look through again? That one? Okay, you see this on the
He
inside.
was, yeah.
You see two people in the bed, a man and a woman, sleeping quite nicely, and quite a lavish interior.
In that case, he's gonna go ahead and check all the back windows to see if he spots anything that might be of use.
Okay, point to the ones you want to check, and I will reveal what you see. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. You don't see that. You see down here, if you scroll down, that is the actual upper floor. You see this being on the ground floor, a grand room that seems to be being prepared for what looks to be a party, as this room seems to be the main room, and is decorations are being put up. There are champagne being brought in and what have just been left there, and it looks like, even though it's a few days from now, they are preparing, and this looks like one of the main party areas.
He will also check the upstairs windows as well. He'll try to climb up.
Make me a athletics check.
Hello?
There you go. 6. Unfortunately, with a 6, you attempt to kind of make your way up, but the fine stonework really doesn't have much of a. Do you have that, Julius? Okay, so you use that, and you easily make your way up to the room, but you will see what you saw before. Ah, yes.
Are you two private messaging?
No, it's just in the chat. Putting it in the chat. Oh yes. Oh yes. I forgot that it's yellow, so you guys can't see.
Ah.
So yes, you see that bedroom with 2 people sleeping in it, and on the bottom floor you see that main room. What do you do from there?
just gonna see if there's anything of note. If it's just a bedroom, he'll pass on. If it's like somewhere that someone important might reside, like a study, he'll make note of it. Just going kind of
Okay.
window to window,
Make me a
but not
stealth
getting
check.
anywhere close to the guard.
You're gonna have to make me a stealth check as you're actually going up and down like a video game. Ooh. Okay. In that case, on the lower floor, you see this place, which seems to be some type of arcane room, maybe like a laboratory of sorts. As well as the bottom floor, you see what looks to be a office. But as you're going up and checking the other top rooms, you can't help but misstep, and you actually break off some of the stonework as it falls down, making a banging noise. And you get the intent as you can hear that a guard is making his way around.
In that case, he'll just get on top of the roof, so they don't see anything.
Okay, at this point, Lyra, you also see
Lyra.
Lyra. Sorry, keep thinking Tomb Raider for some reason. You see him kind of appear onto the roof on the right side of you. Do you do anything?
Who, Julius?
Yes, Julius. He's over here.
I'm just looking down here, so I mean, unless my passive picks up his movements, I wouldn't have noticed.
With a 12, does your passive beat a 12?
Yeah, it's 15.
Then you notice him.
Alright, I'm just continuing to look down, really. I don't really say too much. I'm just trying to observe this one here.
Meanwhile, with Gorath and Rio, what are you guys doing? Or are you just waiting there?
Do you have any way to distract God, Rio?
A few?
And do you have a way to maybe take a peek inside? Our job is to replace one of them pearls. If we
Alright.
find out where they are.
There's a window around, right? Across here?
Yep, there are windows all across this wall, but there is a guard right there.
Is it across this wall or right here?
Yep, across this wall. Yeah, that whole place.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to sneak over to one of these windows.
I think you should
Okay.
distract the guard first so that he's not looking at us. Or maybe
Alright.
so he can't see us.
Use mage hand to throw a pebble over here.
Okay, you throw it over there. He kind of looks. Is anyone there? And he'll kind of move over to the side. He doesn't go far. If you're going to do something, you got to do it quick.
Alright, sneak over here to this window.
Okay, once you get over to that window, if you would scroll down, you will see this part. You will see what looks to be a kitchen area.
Alright, try to get into the kitchen.
Okay, the window is locked, so how would you like to open it?
I can use mage hand on the latch inside.
You can, as you
I will do
use
that.
mage hand to open up the lock, and you can quickly kind of push up the window and make your way on the inside. If you would like to move your token down into that room in the bottom. I like how this went from let's go stake out the exterior of the building to okay, let's just go rob it now. Screw
All
it.
right. Was the window open now?
Yep, the window is open.
And the guard is still distracted.
He looks like he is kind of looking in this bush and he's about to turn around. If you want to go for it, you're gonna have to make a stealth check.
I'll stay put for now, I think, in case he needs a distraction getting out.
Okay, he returns to his post. What do you do on the inside as you hear people on the other side of the door talking?
Are there anything? Is there like a uniform, an apron, or something around here?
Nope, this is a kitchen. You see pots, pans, you see food, you see people that seem to be kind of like preparing things. You see a fireplace. But other than that, nothing much.
What happens if we peek out?
You peek out of there, you will actually see this.
Hello?
Yep. Hang on. You see a beautifully kept courtyard. With, you also see what look to be 2 guards in there.
Alright, I'm gonna creep back out.
Gorath, you see your friend through the window, kind of about to come out. Are you doing anything?
Alright, Gorath is gonna use his signature move to take off his hat and say rat.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's gonna spook the rat to go this direction.
Okay, make a animal handling check. See if you can get it to go in one single direction.
Oh, I'm bad at these. Let's see.
What? Okay, so you make the rat and it will bolt the opposite direction going behind you into the trees.
Well, I can do 2 more. This time I'm gonna be a little bit more aggressive. I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna sort of a little bit just outside a tree line or the bush.
You're gonna throw it?
I'm gonna throw it a little short distance to like right here,
Okay.
so that it's got a little bit of momentum to keep going.
Okay. In that case, you throw it around here, and I'm gonna roll a d4. 1 that way, 2 that way, 3 that way, and 4 to your right.
All right.
It goes to the right.
Dang it! It doesn't make any noise, does it?
No, it kind of just lands and quickly rushes away.
Well then, with his final charge of the hat, he's gonna take a rat, and this time he's gonna throw it fucking hard.
Oh no.
He's gonna lob it like right there, trying to go for a high arch so that it's outside of the guard's field of vision.
Okay. You launch the rat, and as you do, you swear on this little rat's face, you see a tear beginning to swell up as you launch it into the atmosphere. But eventually it kind of lands near here, and the guard kind of just quickly, it startles him at first and just, what the? Fucking rat climbing trees. Get out of here! Get out of here! He is now attacking the rat. Do you signal?
I quickly gesture for Rio to come.
You will do so.
Okay, move your token to back to Gorath. And I'll say, Lyra, are you doing anything? Lyra, goddammit.
Lyra, right? Okay. Sounds good.
This plan went all kinds of well.
Yeah.
That being said, yeah. How tall is this building?
It's only 1 floor, so it's about 15 feet.
So there's no second floor in this mansion?
This is only one floor. This other part at the back here, this part here, where it's all black, that's a second floor.
Got it. All right. So yeah, she's going to. What direction is this person looking in?
He's looking away from you, this direction.
Quickly fly down and here
Mm-hmm.
is the door.
It is locked.
I'm gonna pull out my thieves tools and attempt to unlock the door.
Okay, the DC for this will be a 16. Unfortunately, that is a failure.
Tinkerstones?
Oh no! Oh, okay.
Oh.
No, I have to. I'm sorry. As brain fart, I cannot unlock the door.
Okay.
Swords, right?
Yeah, he has the
No,
wrong
I
set.
know. No, I had the wrong set. I thought it was thieves tools and I read tinker tools. All right. I'm going to. So we didn't get our masking correct, yes?
Your what?
So we didn't get any masks, right?
Only Gorath asked for a mask. He got one.
All right. I'm just going to attempt to cover my face with some rags in my backpack. And I'm going to cast Charm Person on this person in front of me.
Okay. So that. And what saving throw is that? Wisdom?
Yes.
That is a 9. He is charmed. So, what do you do from there?
I walk up to him and ask him, "Can you be in here and unlock the door?" I seemingly forgot my key.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. Yeah, I'll get that for you. He rushes over and opens the door. There you go.
She nods and he can't see her response because her face is covered, but then she proceeds to say, "Would you mind showing me around? I'm a new servant. I'm trying to find the kitchen."
Oh, I can't really, but sure, yeah. And as you enter that, you will see, if you look down on the map, you will see a long red hallway. Would you like to move your token?
Just ping. I'm trying to figure out where exactly I am.
Right here. So as you enter, he just says, so where did you need to go?
To the kitchen. I'm a new hire. I need for you to reintroduce me to the people there so I can begin working.
Just be aware, and you would know this because it is your magic. After the charm fades, they know that they were charmed.
Correct.
Okay. Say again, where did you want to go?
I wanted to go to the kitchen.
Yeah, this way, ma'am. And he'll take you through here, and he will kind of unlock again. This door also being locked. But he will. Why is that not going there? There you go. He will reveal this area. Oh, why is that not working? There you go. And you will see as the door opens, will look to be 2 more guards on the inside. And this guard here will look at you.
My face is still covered.
Yep. Dave, who's that? Oh, this is. I'm sorry. What's your name?
I'm Lyra. I'm the new servant.
This is Lyra. She's the new servant. I haven't heard about anything about the new servant. Oh, Tony, did you get the report of a new servant? No, mate. I haven't heard of it. He will actually walk over to you. Sorry, ma'am. Have you got your papers with you?
I was on the recommendation of this person here. I talked to the head of the household. I was supposed to come in and observe today. I don't have any paperwork. I'm sorry, I can't read. So you don't understand that
Ma'am, you do know it's now 1 o'clock at night.
Yes, I am a bar wench at a tavern. So this is the quickest I could get here. I'm sorry, I'm late.
Alright, well, you're gonna have to stick with us while we get the master. We're just gonna have to check you out first. And this guard will begin to come over to you. And he'll move to the other side. Right, go get him. He'll actually kind of gesture this one. Alright, I'll be right back, ma'am. These guys are okay. Just stick with them and I'll go get the master. I'll be back in a moment. And he will begin to leave. Do you do anything? This is getting bad.
Yes. I do here is. Let me see here. Says, I'm sorry. Could you show me to the ladies' room, or the restroom? Well, there. While you get him ready to go.
Make a persuasion check, as everything that has happened so far is very suspect to them. Unfortunately, that is a 9. The two men kind of just say, you can go after the master just checked you out. Just wait here. You'll be fine. And they will stand guard next to you and wait for the master
She
to arrive.
nods.
I will actually say, while this is happening, Hydro, is there anything you would want to do? As you have been hiding in a bush this whole time.
He's just making sure. Was he able to spot if anyone was able to kind of follow up and get around without getting caught so far, or?
Make a deception check. The only things that you've seen so far is Lyra flying overhead on top of the roofs. You haven't seen any other party members as they've been on the other side of the building.
Oh!
Wow! So with actually
26.
a natural 20 through the windows, where I'm pinging, you can actually see Lyra on the inside being detained by 2 guards right now.
My face is still covered though, just here.
Yep, I know.
Is she can I tell if she's handcuffed or?
Nope, she's just standing there, and the 2 guards are looking very suspicious at her, as she is a quite literal person who is hiding their face at 1 o'clock in the morning while everyone is asleep, wandering the halls with no paperwork, and literally nothing makes sense that she should be there.
Alright, well, since I can see her, while I'm still kind of crouched down in the bushes here, I'm going to let my wild shape drop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to stay crouched down and focusing on basically on her. I'm going to, actually, I should double check before doing this because my character would know better. Because the spell says on a point centered on a point within range.
Uh-huh.
Does that count through glass?
I don't see why not. You can see the point.
Okay, I just wanted to double check with you because
Yeah.
as this is going on, he's going to start muttering and chanting very softly, and he's going to extend his hand out to her and cast Fog Cloud on her, centered straight on her.
Okay.
That's not gonna make her look more sus.
I don't think
Alright.
anything can make her seem less sus. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
At this
yeah.
point, it's just getting out. Walking
Well,
to the
maybe-
building was a very dangerous game.
Yes, it is. And there you go. I got you a way out.
Just hold on 1 second as you create a fog cloud.
It's not small, by the way.
How large is it, may I ask?
20-foot radius.
20 foot.
And it spreads around corners.
Oh. Oh my.
See, if you're a bit more intimidating, you could totally play this off as like some kind of nightmare.
So a fog cloud will appear around you. How far does it go again?
Oh,
20-foot radius.
Let's just say there. As this whole area, that door is closed, so it can't really go through there.
Go underneath it? No, it's fine.
Lyra, you're now covered in fog. What do you do?
Lyra, so she can still feel the edges of the wall, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And at this point, I will also say that the two guards that were very suspect of you to begin with, now... Yep.
What is Julius doing while this is going on?
Julius, what are you doing as you are on the other side of the building?
Honestly, he was just on the roof hiding from that one guard, but seeing as he doesn't know what's going on, he would probably return to the group with Rio.
Okay. You can go across
Alright.
the rooftops and not be seen without any, problem. You can get here. In fact, let me ping. You can get here without any problem. So, other than that, Lyra, I will say at this point, as quite literally you just turned into smoke.
Lyra.
God damn it. I'm so sorry. They are actually going to take... They're going to take some swings on you at disadvantage, as you are very sus and then you became smoke.
At least they can't pin it on her being casting it, though.
A 12 and a 14. Do either of those hit?
No.
Okay. As they begin to stab into this heavy fog area, what are you doing as you hear the swoosh, the whooshes of their spears going by your body?
She is going to so she definitely at least felt the wind of the attacks, right? So she know what direction these things are coming from.
Oh yeah.
Alright. She is going to first things first, action, she's gonna cover herself in moon-like gears. And she is going to, as a bonus action, I'm just gonna chill here.
You're just going to stay there?
For now, yes.
Okay. Then
I
the
use
guards...
bonus action chill.
Then, in that case, the guards will scream out, "Intruder! We have an intruder!" And you guys on the outside also hear this. And they will take 2 more swings at you.
Man, I can't believe this plan is going so well.
That's
Oh,
a natural
great.
20 and an 11.
At disadvantage.
Oh, you're right, yes. That's a 5 and a 12. They both miss. But you guys see on the outside that the guards from the outside immediately start to make their way inside. And you, Lyra, you begin to hear footsteps coming from multiple directions, all on their way towards your area. As these guys come in. Okay, is anyone else wanting to do anything on the outside as you see the guards beginning to swarm on the inside?
I honestly have no clue what I want to do at this point.
Yeah, it went from...
Yeah, I don't mean to seem. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it just went from bad to worse to, oh shit.
Yeah, if it's probably a good thing Julius can't actually see them because at this point, cutting the losses is the best way to save the mission. So
Okay,
Gorath, Rio, and Julius have no idea that anything is going on over there except that they heard someone scream intruder, right?
yep.
Alright, one of us got caught.
So, Lyra, what are you doing as you're about to be swarmed by many, many guards?
How many people do I hear coming?
Well, you cannot see them, but you cannot like tell how many people just by the noises. But it's a lot. You hear them from many directions, and they're coming at you. What are you doing?
She waits.
Okay.
Once Hydra's been sitting there waiting for the glass breaking or movement, when he doesn't hear it, he's going to stand up for a brief second. And once he notices the guards are gone, he's going to cast Guiding Bolt at the glass he just did, and then duck back down and kind of start backing away.
Say again. You're casting Guiding Bolt
On the glass to try to break the glass, so she has a way to get the fuck out.
Okay. I'd say it's glass, so you easily do that. You smash the glass. It kind of, you feel and hear the glass kind of scattering behind you. And at this point, as you decided to wait, where is he? There he is. Okay, so you decide to wait. And you will take 5 attacks from these guards.
Okay.
Let's see. So, that is a... does a 17 hit?
No. AC of 19.
Okay. In that case, incredibly, you're able to, with the using the cloud, kind of duck and dodge each one of these blows. And at this point, what spell level did you use the cloud? The cloud.
Oh, it's only
Hydra?
first. It was only first level.
Only first level. Okay. Then you watch the cloud disappear. And you are now surrounded, and you see this man, where I'm pinging, looking straight. There you go. Looking straight at you, and kind of just looks to the side, and have a little bit of a smile on his face. And he will. Actually, they're in the way.
Does he dispel the fog cloud?
Yep.
Alright.
Hold 1 second, as he is going to cast. Can you please make me a wisdom saving throw? The DC for this is a 19.
I'm just curious, he can dispel and cast another level spell on the same turn?
Well, you said you were waiting, so this was him. When you said you were waiting, him dispelling, and you waited, and now he's gonna go for you.
Fair enough. Nine.
Okay. A 9. You are held in place and you freeze, unable to move, as he is casting Hold Person on you. And he will begin to walk forward. Hydro, you see this now as Lyra just freezes in place, and the guards begin to kind of hold her. And this gentleman kind of peeks in view for the first time you're seeing him. And he walks up, placing his hand on her, and just says, "Oh? And who are you, my little dove?" Do you do anything on the outside?
He's just going to watch this happen. Go, this is above my pay grade. Wild shapes into a spider, and then proceeds to crawl back to the entry point where the group is, to where he remembers where the group should be.
Okay, you make
It
your
seems
way.
like the party is dipping Lyra at this point, just ditching her.
Well, that's up to you. As you
There's nothing I can do about that. There is nothing I can do. I blasted the window open. I gave her coverage. I was waiting for her to dive out, and I was gonna help her get out, but no. And she wanted to wait. She gonna wait. She can wait in the prison. We'll get her there.
I sure hope Lyra has a plan, because, yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do without blowing our cover.
I don't think half of us know what's going on.
Well, we heard that someone was alerted.
Well, as you kind of get up to them, Hydro, do you wild shape back into normal and tell them what happened?
Yeah, once he's there and he sees them, he's gonna exactly do that. Like, Brendan going, just explaining the situation as he saw it happen.
Do any of you wish to do anything as he tells you what happens?
Lyra hasn't really been very cooperative. What do you say? Do we cut our losses and go, or do we risk everything?
Unfortunately, I'm a bit out of a conundrum here. Of course we could, but that would require us, well, failing the mission, and that's not exactly in the cards. So maybe we could try to save them later, assuming that they don't blow the fact that we were with them.
You do know that
Who knows?
under interrogation, he could tell. What are you guys doing? Are you just going to run?
At this
Maybe
point,
we
it doesn't
can
seem
do
like a
both
good option.
right now.
I could create. Oh,
Perhaps we can extract her while the others go to places the pearl. It seems like this will now be our only chance to do this, since we did not wait for the party.
You two know magic.
Yes.
Do you have anything to fish her out?
No.
Well, I tried.
I'm tapped. I've already used all my shifting abilities for the day, and or at least for unless I get another rest. But unless short of starting a fire, there's not much I can do.
So, because it is almost end of session, I need to know now if you're going to try and rescue her or if you are leaving.
At this point, I'm in favor of saying we try to come back the next night to see if we can pull them out. But for now, we don't want to blow. At least Julius doesn't want to blow his cover.
In favor of rescuing her, but also trying to replace the pearl now, because I don't think we're going to be able to do it later.
Problem, we don't know where the pearls are, and yeah.
I need a decision, guys.
Don't get me wrong, Julius is fine with the bloodbath, but
I was fine with trying to beat the guards to get her out until that guy showed up. Now I'm like, ah!
So it sounds like we're not on track with her right now.
Okay, in that case, Lyra, over the night, as your party members cut their losses and make their way away from the building, he will ask you a number of questions. First being, why are you here? What do you say?
I say nothing.
Okay. He will ask you a second question. Who sent you?
Fate.
He will ask you a third question. And this time he'll get very close to you as he has placed you into what looks to be like a jail cell underneath the actual building. He asks you, do you want to die tonight?
She doesn't blink. And if that is Fate's will, then so be it.
Around a few hours after the interrogations, and you say nothing, you try and barter for nothing, you keep silent, he will slowly circle you. He will get very close up to your ear and whisper, "Such a shame." And in a second, all you feel is a cold metallic object running across your throat. And then a warm feeling come across your chest, and then your legs. And then all light in this room goes dark as Lyra is killed. And we will end the session there.
May I ask, Lyra?
Go ahead.
What was the plan?
What was my plan going in there, or what was the plan?
I mean, you went in there all alone. I thought you had like a backup.
I did.
And with that,
And
you must decide if you would like to continue on with a new character or not, as Lyra is dead. As you have just entered the home of what should have been obvious, a not real, or at least not on the surface, a clothes seller. And whoever this person is heavily guarded and is very powerful. And now is aware of an attack. He's not aware of another oncoming attack, but it has been attacked. And quickly thwarted by him and his men. And I will need to make lots of notes now, as things have changed quite a bit.
Yeah.
So you don't have to answer that directly now. Just keep calling you Lyra, but you have to decide if you would like to re-roll a new character as she is gone. For the rest of you, you make your way back into the city, hoping to find refuge with Toad, perhaps, to shelter you for the night, as you are unaware of the fate of your new companion. And we will end the session there. A little bit earlier than usual, 5 minutes. But I see this as a very good point to end. Hopefully you don't mind. Yeah. Whew, that was a bit of a clusterfuck at the end there, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And I will say, I did give everyone fair warning that this was the campaign that I was not going to pull any punches when it came down to player deaths.
That is what I enjoy.
Yeah.
If a plan goes wrong and you do something that doesn't make sense, I'm going to punish you for it. You know, I will absolutely take away your character just like that.
I still think it is kind of funny that the fighter is the one that went and did shit this session. Why am I the one responsible to gather information? Fuck, no.
Hey, you had the inside person here. We didn't.
That's something that was just made up on the spot.